TNL Bachi, welcome to A Million Roses, man.
Yes, sir. What do?
Alrighty, TNL Bachi, how you came up with that name?
Nigga, that's a long story, shit. So like, I told people, like, you know what I'm saying, I wasn't gonna really run until I made it, shit, but like, kind of like quick drop of that bitch is like, I had my homie back in the day, like, I had grew up with a nigga, and we had came up with this slogan, and like, when after he passed away, I kind of just turned our slogan into like, you know, my rap name, as honor him, you know what I'm saying, like, for when I make it.
Facts. What was, how you passed away? If you don't mind speaking on it.
I mean, long story short, bro, it's just his older brother, like, nigga was just kind of, you know, stamped around where we was at, and, like, you know, he kind of really, like, gave us the game, like, you know, how shit go, and taught us, you know what I'm saying, a lot of shit that I don't talk about, but, like, he got into some bad shit, and when that boy was out, like, they thought that was him.
Right.
And niggas on some hating shit just gunned him down.
Facts. So, like, some basically, like, some mistaken identity type stuff.
Pretty much.
Facts. How old y'all was when that happened?
13.
Damn, young.
He just turned 13.
Dang. So, man, like, you know, with something like that happening at such a young age, what that do to, like, somebody like your mindset?
I mean, really, bro, for the longest, like, that shit had me, like, on some real, like, just falling back shit. Like, I really didn't really want to fuck with nobody. Niggas just really just kind of went to a dark spot.
Right.
And at that age, you know what I'm saying, a dark spot don't really seem like, you know what I'm saying, nothing serious, but, like, at that age, bitch, my mental was kind of fucked up. Cause like you really look at a nigga that was like your blood, you know what I'm saying, like really locked in with somebody and see they just gone the next day. Like shit just hit different.
Facts. Well, you know, kind of tell us about your coming up. You know, how was life coming up for you?
I mean, shit. Really, like coming up for you, shit was different. Like I was adopted at a young age, so like I was growing up. In my house, it was five of us. Four of us was black, and I had one white brother. And
all y'all was adopted?
Yeah, all of us adopted, and like just the area we was at, like just seeing how people different, like you know, react to like that racism shit real. So like just seeing different people how they react to seeing, you know, like white parents with black kids or like black kids in a white neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Like the shit was just fucking with a nigga mental and shit. But I mean. Like any other fucking person, like, you know, shit wasn't sweet, but I mean, we came up just regular, really, like, struggling.
So were you adopted from birth? Was it like?
Yeah, I was the only one they had, like, adopted as a baby. The rest of my brothers and sisters, they was probably, like, 4, 3. My little sister, she was, I think, only a couple months old.
Were you the oldest?
Nah, I'm 4. I'm the youngest, or however you say that. But yeah, I got just a little sister. Everybody else older than me.
So, how was it? You know, growing up in a household, you know, where everybody's adopted. I think you had mentioned your parents. They were white, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, how was it growing up in like a mixed household? Such.
I mean, like at the time, you know what I'm saying. Like, she just feel like a regular family.
Cause that's the only thing that you really knew, right?
Yeah, it's like honestly, I didn't even realize, you know, nigga was adopted like to fucking. I was like elementary school, you know, since I realized, you know, like, fuck, I got white parents, I'm black, how that shit work, you feel me? But like, as you get older and like, you know, having to step into your culture, you know, me being black, my parents being white, they wasn't really able to show me, you know what I'm saying, like how, you know, like the black culture really is. So I kind of had to learn that shit on my own. What I was saying, like my partner that I lost and his brother, like he really put me on game with a lot of shit. And fuck. Shit was just different, bro. Like, it kind of fucked up situation. I was thinking.
So, like before you stepped into like the culture, describe yourself as a, you know, because I'm pretty sure you're still an adolescent, but I don't know. I'm really kind of like intrigued because I ain't never really met nobody, really talked to somebody who grew up in a white household that was black. Yeah, this is my first time. Yeah. So how was that?
I mean.
Like, yeah, any stories or anything that may stand out? How was the food?
No cap, son, like my pops, but nigga could throw down something.
Okay.
there's certain shit, you feel me? Like I had my partner KB, I used to go pull up on that bud, and his people used to be inviting me to like they cookouts in the family reunion and shit, nigga. I fuck around, come across some turkey next. I'm looking like, what the fuck is that?
Straight up.
Yeah, like it's just different shit, you know what I'm saying? We ain't have in the house that, you know, different black, you know, families and shit was used to that.
Right.
You know? That shit was like second nature to me.
You still like got a relationship with both of your parents?
Yeah, shit, we locked in, but I mean, I had just recently, probably a couple of years ago, I had just recently found my birth mom.
Right.
And like, you know, we had met up and shit, you know, trying to, you know, rekindle that relationship and type shit. But
was that something that always, like, once you found out that you were adopted, finding your birth parents, was that something that you always wanted to do?
Yeah, bro, cause it's like, you know, like, I mean, it's kind of hard, you know, to relate to it, but like at that moment, like when you adopted this shit, bro, it's like you kind of, it's that question, you know, like why, like why my people, you know, why they ain't want a nigga, but it's like, so that actually was fucking with me, you know, all the way from ever since I found out, you know what I'm saying, like shit, something ain't right, you know what I'm saying, these ain't my real parents, so like, ever since I could remember, bro, all I thought about was finding my birth mom, you know, or thinking that she'd come and find me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, when I turned 18 and I got the, you know, like the rest of my papers and shit showing me my birth mom name and like my real name from the hospital and shit before I got adopted, like niggas just did my research and shit and found her.
Right. Growing up, did it cause you to act out knowing that you was adopted, or did that play in a role in some, or was you just like the average kid that? I
ain't gonna say it caused me to act out, but like that saying, you can take a nigga out of the hood, but you can't take the hood out of a nigga.
Right.
Like that shit just like, you can see it with all my siblings, like whatever was instilled with us from my parents, like that shit just in the DNA, like, you know what I'm saying? Like my people, for they ain't raised us to be how we is, you know what I'm saying? But some shit just be in the blood, you know what I'm saying? Like you gonna be whoever you was meant to be regardless, you know what I'm saying?
So how was it, you know, when you talk about the process of finding your actual mama?
Like I had got my birth certificate with my original name, and
do you mind telling us your original name?
Original name was Dante Maurice Bell.
Okay, your birth name.
Yeah, my birth name Dante Maurice Bell.
Was that weird, like being like, damn, I got two different names, my birth name?
Yeah, nigga, I ain't gonna lie, I wanted my first name, you know what I'm saying, was my name.
Right.
But yeah, like, and next to it, fuck, I had seen her name, and fuck, you know, I just did my research. When I found out,
talk about the process of finding her, like.
Yeah, like when I found out, first thing I did, you know, I'm thinking older people, everybody on Facebook, so like, first thing I did was get on Facebook, fuck, typing her name in this shit. It took me about a year, like steady just going through her Facebook, going through the people on her Facebook, like, you know, her friends and shit, trying to get in touch with somebody that might have the same, you know, last name or know her and shit.
So initially you found her page, but you weren't able to get in contact with her?
Nah, because I didn't know she had a whole another page. Like, that was her old page type shit. So I've been messaging, you know, her old page.
Right.
And then I found her sister, and I messaged her, and I was like, you know, hey, do you know Wooty Woo? And she was like, she ain't respond to me for a little minute. And then she had, I think like a couple months later, right after my son was born, like literally around the same time my son was born, she had messaged me back, and she was like, yes, this is her, Wooty Woo. She's like, message her on this page, send me a real page. I went message her, then we started josing like that.
Right. So how was it though, you know, when you was able to like to rekindle that relationship?
Man, shit was cool, like it was fire, you know what I'm saying, to meet my birth mom and my real mom.
Did she have other siblings?
Yeah, I got two brothers and two sisters.
Alright.
Same shit, like I think I just got a little sister, and the other three are older than me. But like it was cool when we first met and shit, like that shit was fire, you know what I'm saying, like meeting the person that birthed me, you know what I'm saying, like really seeing where I came from and shit, but like, I don't know, bro, it's just certain shit, you know what I'm saying, I couldn't get out my mental. Still to this day, it's like.
How long ago it's been since y'all met?
That was 2019 when my son was born.
So 3 years ago?
October 2019.
So, do y'all ever had like the conversation of about her, you know, giving you up for adoption on the?
Yeah, and that's the shit that really fuck with me, bro. Like we don't really speak, you know what I'm saying, like no more on some shit, but it's really just cause like I don't know, the shit just was fucking with my mental. Like I just couldn't shake that question, the question and the answer. You feel me? Like it just didn't. It didn't sway me. You know what I'm saying? Like it just that shit wasn't good enough for me. I guess I don't know. So like I don't know. I just was fucked up in the head off of that shit. Bro.
Right. Is the answer something that you mind talking about, or you rather not talk about it?
I mean that's more her business. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. So do any of this play a part, like in you making music, or you know, how did you start the process of making music?
So when I first started, I was in 6th grade. Like I still got my book. Like it's just ever since I was growing up, bro. It's just music was something that I just fucked with, and not necessarily saying like I always was making music and shit, but it's just something about music was just something that just stuck with me. And when I got into 6th grade, I just started writing. And, you know, I come up with some stupid little, you know, love songs or just, you know, just songs in general. And then I just kept progressing with this shit. And then really once my partner passed away, that's the shit that kind of stepped me into, you know what I'm saying, a different level of this shit.
Right.
Because, like, that's when life started, you know, kind of getting fucked up. Like around that time, that's when shit, nigga kind of went down a whole different
like
path.
Teenage years.
Yeah, like nigga kind of, you know what I'm saying.
So who guiding you through these years? Like how you guiding yourself? You know, because some people got like I know you said you got your dad, you had your dad, but you know, as growing up as a black male, you know, you go through different things and you got like different obstacles that white people go through. So how was you guiding or, you know, just being led through these years or with, you know,
I mean, really, bro, it's just all the muscle. Like, all the shit that I learned in life and all the mistakes really is from making mistakes, but like, all the shit that I learned, bro, is either just off my strength, like just me fucking up or me just learning, you know what I'm saying, can't fuck with that, or this is how you move, you know what I'm saying, this is how you do this, or it was just like, I talk to a lot of old heads. Like, I like talking to older black people and shit because they lived the life that we living already. They seen the shit we did already, so they got all the fucking knowledge. They got all the games. Just a lot of niggas don't know how to listen. They can hear shit, but they don't listen. So I try and do more listening and talking. You know what I'm saying? When I'm in the presence of people that know what the fuck they talking about. So like, really, I just been guiding myself and just hearing other people's stories and trying to, you know, make my way through fucking life, really.
Facts.
Cause like my people, like just that shit, like white people, they don't know the struggle that we go through. They don't know the shit that we face and how different it is from them. So it's like some shit I can't go to my dad about, you feel me? Cause he ain't gonna really understand where a fucking nigga coming from, what shit really what it is, you know what I'm saying? So
and do they understand like, damn, like we really don't know like what he going through, or do they still like try to
Nah, they try, cause like, you know what I'm saying, for we they kids, but I mean, at the end of the day, bro, they not living that life that we live, you know what I'm saying? So I don't think they fully understand type shit.
Right. And what certain things as far as like, cause I'm probably certain they wanted you to be on a certain like path in life, and then, you know, then you stepping into your blackness. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I'm just watching this Colin Kaepernick movie. You know, he was adopted too with the white parents.
And bro, I relate so much to that nigga shit.
Did you watch You watched it?
Hell yeah.
So, and I know he was like trying to find himself, you know, into black culture and whatnot. So, did you find yourself like getting into like just certain things to where you like, damn, like, I don't know, you kind of feel what I'm saying? Like,
nah, bro.
Yeah, like,
I found myself at a young age, bro. Like, how it was for me, but anything you wanted, and you know what I'm saying, you had to get it on your own pretty much, bro. So like, I kind of stepped into that lane at a young age when I realized that shit, you know what I'm saying, I can't ask you just for anything, my people gonna get it, nigga, I had to go get that shit myself. But like, but I jumped into the streets real early. I started doing that shit real early.
That's what I think. That's what I'm asking. Like, because I know you said your partner got, you know, murdered when he was 13. His brother was into street shit. So how do you go from being like, you know, growing up with white parents, I'm sure they're trying to push you to a certain path, into going into like, man, I'm messing with this? Is this because it felt like something more natural to you?
Man, it's just like this shit wasn't sweet. Like, nigga ain't, you know, have everything. Right. Just because, you know, my people were white, you know, niggas think, fuck, we was rich, we came from money and shit, nigga. And that wasn't the case at all. Right. So it's like, anything I need, like I said, I had to go get it myself. Like, my people wasn't buying no fucking Jordans, no fucking Diggy Fish, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that, nigga. We shopping at Walmart, fucking Goodwill, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. So, like, if I wanted Jordans, then I gotta go get them bitches on my own. If I want a phone, I gotta go get that bitch on my own. So, bro, like, I was started really hustling and doing fucking nut shit, breaking in houses and shit when I was fucking 12.
Right.
Like, just doing nut shit, bro, from the jump, just because I felt like it was just me. You know what I'm saying? I had to get this shit for me regardless.
Thanks.
And then like my homie and his brother, bro, like I said, he really put us on the path. Like, nigga really gave us a game of how life work and like how to move and shit. So kind of just took that. Like, he was really my idol. Kind of.
Where they was from then?
They was from, I think bro, before he had my homie that passed, I think bro was from Baltimore. Then they moved down here to Kenner. And then they was in that Harahan River Ridge area. Kind of by like when Dixon and shit.
So you just met him like through school or just?
Really park ball. Like, I was playing ball at like 8 or 9. That's how I met him.
Facts. Yeah, but you keep in communication with him or not really since that?
Locked up. Last time I talked to that boy was my senior year, 2016. I ain't heard from that boy since.
Facts. And how that play on your mental, like growing up, as far as somebody, you know, you saying like, damn, this my somebody I want to be like, and you know,
like, that shit pushed me not only to be better, but like pushed me to like really want to do this music shit. Cause like I still talk to his moms and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like I got ain't nothing but love on that side of the family, so like I see her struggling and shit. So really, I want to do this music shit to put everybody I love in a better position.
Right. Nah, that's dope. That's dope, man. You say you recently had your own kid 3 years ago. Mm-hmm. What's something, you know, by you being adopted, did that? Because, you know, some people say they make the same mistakes that their parents made. What was going through your mind when you found out that, you know, that you had a kid on the way?
I was fucked up with it, but happy at the same time, because just what you said, I was like, bruh. And that's another reason why me and my grandma kind of fell off, because it's like, just like you said, bro, like, I could never do that.
Right.
I once I seen him, so I was like, bro, I don't understand. Like, there ain't nothing in this world that would make me give my son up or do anything to harm myself. You know what I'm saying, bro? It's like, so that shit put me in a mental, was like, I gotta go out and get it. Like, everything that I didn't have growing up, everything I didn't get to do growing up, nigga, I'm gonna make sure he do. I'm gonna make sure he get to see it, he have it. Anything he want in this world, I'm gonna make sure he get it. That's the type of mentality that came from me having a son. And like at that time, I was fucked up with it. Like, nigga had just got out of jail and shit. And like, I just, really him, like really saved me, bro. Like, not saying I would be dead or I'd be in jail, but who knows? That was the path I was on. So like, him coming to this world really got me off of that path on some shit. Like, up my hustle and really put me on a different mindset.
Thanks. For sure. So, with the situation with your mom, you feel like that's something like, have you ever taken a step into like forgiving her?
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, the Bible says forgiving enough for you before the other person, and I feel that, but it's like, at this age, bro, we don't really know what fucking forgiveness is, dog. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you just still feel that pain, like that hurt in it.
Like, I forgive it. Like, I ain't really got no bad blood to it, but it's just like, that shit just fuck with a nigga, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, for sure. So let's hop more into the music, man. Talk about your music style a little bit, where it come from, and you know how you grow as an artist.
Really, bro, like how I live with my shit is just reality music. Like, I ain't gonna talk about shit that I don't know about or that I ain't been through or ain't did, you know what I'm saying? So I just try and keep it a G with my music, because I know there's people out here that can relate to what I'm saying.
Right. And that's tight that you say that, though, because like even with the Colin Kaepernick shit, when I seen it, in my head, I'm like, who the hell gonna relate to this? Because I don't really know nobody. But then come here and do the interview with you, I'm pretty sure they probably got millions of people that probably can relate to him to that specific situation.
And see, I thought the same shit too, bro. I'm like, damn, nigga, this a famous person here, man. I can relate to. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck, that nigga damn near been through the same shit I was going through.
Nah, that's crazy, for sure.
Right, bro. That's just really with my head at with the music. Like, I just want people to relate to my pain. I want to be able to help people through that shit.
Right. And so, you coming from, you really don't never hear nobody mention a damn hair hand in the music scene. So, how difficult is that to come up around this area being from that area? Like, talking about, you hear most people say like New Orleans, Baton Rouge. Right. That's what get talked about in Louisiana. So how do you go to make a name for yourself coming from Harahan?
I mean, really, bro, like, even though that's where I was, I laid my head at, like, nigga, I was never really there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was down at the fucking, like, in the Ville or, like, in River Ridge, like, in the dump. Like, I just moved around and shit because I had a lot of connection with people. So, like, I'm really just putting on, I don't even want to say for fucking, you know what I'm saying, for Harahan, but fuck, nigga just really putting on for the city.
Facts, you just represent the whole city.
Yeah, like, fuck, wherever I'm connected to.
I feel like that's crazy anyways, man, because you go to Houston, and that should be like hours apart, and they just all call it Houston. But once you come to New Orleans, you could go 15 minutes away.
You in a whole different city.
Yeah, they act like you in a whole different country or something.
Yeah, facts.
But so I heard a few of your songs. I heard the Party with Nino Calvin. I listened to the song with Rob 49. Talk about the features that you're going to get, man. Obviously, you're investing into yourself. How important is that?
I mean, really, all I learned with the music shit, like, if you don't invest in yourself, pretty much you're not believing in yourself. Nobody gonna believe in yourself like you. You know what I'm saying? So fuck, I put my all into this shit, and when I started the music, like, my number one thing was, like, trying to get. My goal is just to make good music. You know what I'm saying? So like, if I see an artist that make good music, like, I want to work with that person.
Facts.
So like, I ain't got no problem with investing in trying to make art, not just fucking music and no bullshit. Like, I want to make art with this music shit.
Facts.
So I ain't got no problem with trying to invest in, you know what I'm saying, trying to build my career up doing shit like that.
Facts.
So I try to work with the top artists as I could, especially like in the city.
Do you feel like it's helped get your name out there, or do you feel like it's you learn from it?
Yeah, like it got me a little bigger buzz than when I originally started with, but like, I don't know, I looked at it like, it was a stepping stone, because fuck, this is just New Orleans, you know what I'm saying, there's bigger fish, you know what I'm saying, to fuck with. Like, that's why I started moving, taking trips like out of town, like Atlanta, Houston, Dallas and shit. I'm just trying to make music, you know what I'm saying, get my name out there, different areas and shit.
What song you like better out the song with you and Rob 49, or you and Calvin?
I like it really depends on the mood, cause like I fuck with the song with Nino because that bitch stamped on that hook, and I don't know, it's just a vibe, you feel me? Like, that's like some party shit. But that Zombie with Rob, that was really like on some like how a nigga was really feeling at that time. Like, nigga was really going through it on some shit, so nigga just felt, that's on some heartfelt shit right there.
Thanks. How you linked up the song with Rob 49? Just like on the DM type of kick?
My partner C5, everybody know 21 Visions. When we had shot that video with Nino, my partner C5, he started getting his buzz on and shit. And I think he had linked up with Rob and shot the video, and he had like showed on my music and shit. And nigga was fucking with it, so I hit that boy up on the DMs and just trying to link up and do the song. And fuck, just made that shit happen.
That's what's up, man. I know a lot of people kind of using Rob as like, I ain't gonna say it's a blueprint, but he the one that's elevating right now, coming from out of New Orleans. And you had your feature kind of before he started to blow up to that level. So how is it, just from you watching him make it to that level, do you What you think about that? You know, how you feel about that?
Shit, I think that shit lit for the city. Like, that shit gonna bring a lot of recognition down here.
Right.
For that boy to be blowing up how he is. Like, that shit real life crazy. Like, I don't want to compare the nigga to Wayne, but you know, Wayne kind of blew up fast as fuck like that on some shit too. So, like, that nigga Buzz is really, like, big for this city. I feel like it's gonna bring a lot of attention down here.
Facts. So, TNL Bachi, man, if somebody never heard about you and they just wanted to come check you out right now, what would be the first thing you point them to?
Shit. I tell them, well, fuck with, you know what I'm saying, either just Apple or fucking, you know, hit a nigga on the gram and shit. All my shit posted everywhere, really.
And what you have in store for us?
I got tape by the drop till Death Come, dropping that bitch on Valentine's Day this year. And got some music videos we either gonna drop before the tape or after, depending on how the people want it, you feel me?
Straight up.
But yeah, 2/14, we dropping till Death Come.
Facts, man. I appreciate you for letting us do this interview with you, dog. You got anything else you'd like to add?
Shit, just fuck with your boy, you feel me?
Facts, bro. It's love, man. I appreciate you.